I'm really inspired by this turnout, and FCDC always is a place of activism, people with passion, people who don't stand on the sidelines, who get involved to make our community better. I am a proud member of FCDC. I'm in the Mason District. As many of you know, I live in Annandale, Virginia, with my wife, Dr. Sarita Fairfax, and our 2 young children. We have a 7-year-old son, Cameron, and a 6-year-old daughter. She turned 6 this past week. My wife, as you all also know, is a dental practice owner. So right around the corner is a practice that we bought 10 years ago. It's right across from the IHOP on Lee Highway. So as I like to say, you can go get a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity and a root canal in the same visit. But I mention that because that really is one of the symbols of the American dream. She and I both had upbringings that were relatively tough. We had to come through some circumstances, but because this country provided us with opportunity, high quality education, faith, love, hope, optimism, a community that really surrounded us, something I call spiritual wealth. We have been able to achieve the American dream and to be able to pass that on, not only to our children, but really to others as well. That is the passion of my life. As many of you know, I was raised in inner city Washington, D.C., primarily by my mother and my late maternal grandparents, who took all 5 of us, my mother and my 3 siblings, into their home. And because they did that, they changed the entire trajectory of our lives through that spiritual wealth. And what I believe is that when someone gives you that kind of spiritual wealth in your life, you then have a spiritual debt that you must repay. And that for me is why I'm so passionate about public service. It's why I declared for Lieutenant Governor last year. It's why I'm honored to have the endorsement of Congressman Jerry Connolly and so many other elected officials, over 100 statewide. And I'd be honored to fight with you and be honored to earn your support on June 13th and to keep Virginia blue in November. So thank you so much. God bless you.
It's great to be here with you in Fairfax tonight. I'm the last person to enter this race for Lieutenant Governor. After Donald Trump was elected on November 8th, which also happened to be my 37th wedding anniversary, Barack Obama said, stand up and do more. And so the one thing I'd never done in my 30 years of activism and advocacy was run for office. And so that's what I decided to do. Although I'm the last person to enter this race, I'm proud to say that in the only published nonpartisan poll, I'm leading my 2 opponents by nearly 2 to 1. I'm proud to have received such a diverse group of endorsements from Emily's List, to Khazir Khan, as we all saw the other day, to John Boyd, the president of the Black Farmers Association, and the list goes on to Beth Arthur, Patrick Hope, and many others. I ask you to support me because I believe I have the experience in life, in business, and in politics. We're all good Democrats here, and we all want the best for Virginia. But elections are about choices. In life, my pops raised me when my mom died when I was 9, and he was the only one of 13 children to graduate from college on the GI Bill. And he taught me from 9 on that I could do anything I wanted to in life and not be defined by gender or anything else. And he also told me to stand up to bullies. And that's how I've lived my life. I lost my stepdaughter to addiction a year and a half ago, something that we carried for over 12 years, and raised my grandchildren. I understand what it's like to go without. And that's what I'm here to fight for. I ask you to support me from my business experience, from working for Virginia families and Virginia businesses, and also serving in the Virginia Tourism Corporation Board. And I ask you to support me because of my experience in politics, from managing Chuck Robb's race, and we already fought back and won, the Republicans, to being Joe Biden's chief of staff, to starting 2 statewide women's organizations, training over 300 women to run for office. Half of the women running the Democratic primary this year have been trained by my own organization. Thank you,
Susan. You're tough. I'm from Alexandria. I'm not from Fairfax. But I want to tell you a little bit about me. But first, I got to introduce the best friend in my entire life, my wife of 32 years, my partner in crime, Diane Rossi. I think she's right over there. And give her a round of applause. And we have 3 great kids. Lee Rossi, and I'll talk about her. She's one of my heroes. She's the comeback kid. Will Rossi's 24. He's over here. And our son Jack, he's a sophomore at T.C. Williams. He's home making TV dinner probably. But let me tell you about me. I'm a lifelong Democrat, born and raised. And I have a passion for protecting people. And I'm a fighter. and fighters don't blink. And my fight and my passion came from a lot of things. I had a great dad who died when I was 10. I was raised by a single mom who had to raise 4 unruly Rossi boys. I worked in the lumber business for 15 years. I went to law school. I worked for some great governors, Bill O'Neill. I worked with Governor Bill Clinton, Governor Chuck Robb, Jerry Belials. And then I've taught for 20 years at Harvard Law School and George Mason University. But I want to end with this. Most of my passion and most of my fight on healthcare, public education, criminal justice reform comes from this. For 27 years, I stood in federal court and I said, Gene Rossi for the United States. And I was fighting for those who could not speak. Victims alive, the dead, the ignored, the afraid, the forgotten. And I want to do that for you. Thank you very much.